Hey, what's up? So I tried to do this cool scheduling thing and then I totally jacked it up. So hopefully you're able to see this video. If you tried to hop on the scheduled video and it didn't work, humans trying something new, I apologize. So what's this rant all about? I was reading yesterday, rereading, I guess, The Science of Selling. And there was a stat that it popped out to me and it made my stomach turn. And I was like, oh, this is so true. And it was that they studied 800 salespeople and only 37% of them, they had consistent results and a process that helped them to have some sort of consistent results. The other 63% had no process, and the 63% all had behaviors that actively led to discouraging the sale. So 63% of people who were trying to sell a product to someone were doing something that discouraged that person from buying. As I kept reading, it talked about how it's, being in sales is not about selling, which I think a lot of people might think is like convincing people, but it's about creating an optimal environment where people feel comfortable and excited to buy. And so much of the confidence that we portray in our profession really impacts how customers feel. About a month ago, or maybe it was 2 months ago, I did a podcast where I was trying to go buy some hockey skates. And I really wanted new skates that were lighter because I have bad shins from college. And basically at the end of this conversation, we had my old skate, like a mid-range skate, like, I don't know, it was like a $700 skate, and then a $900 skate. Now, that sounds crazy to a lot of you, but if you've had horrible shin splints, you know that you will go at all lengths to avoid them, and I had been saving for this. And at the end, I said, well, what do you think, right? Like, this is the person that I think is the expert. And he said, well, I don't know, I guess, you could just go with what you have. And I walked out without skates. And I was so sad after. I went in with the purpose of buying awesome new skates that would make me faster and make my shins hurt less. And I left with nothing. And it just always makes me think of this behavior that so many salespeople do that actually, I call it unselling a customer. So a customer is like right there, ready to buy. They're excited to buy. And then we, and I've done it myself, I'm sure, do something that actually decreases their confidence when they're looking to us as an example. And I think about this. I don't know if my mom's going to watch this. She might be mad about it because I'm kind of going to make fun of her a little bit. Mom, please still watch my kids this weekend. All right. So my mom is awesome. She is amazing, amazing, amazing with people. And she's very, very good at getting me to spend money, even though I am pretty tight on my cash. And so a few years ago, we had this a pipe burst, right? So we're remodeling the kitchen, and it was great because we got a remodeled kitchen, but it was, the upgrades and stuff that I was being, I guess, convinced to do was not something I was planning on. So then the conversation came up about whether or not we should also redo the downstairs bathroom because the granite should match. And I was like, no, that's stupid, Mom. We went over and over and over. And she loves me and she cares and she wants to make sure, right, that I have nice things, because I'm sure if you know me, those nice things don't really matter so much to me as much as they do to my mom. And so she just wouldn't quit, right? She's like, and she said something, she said, honestly, I think like with the extra that it was going to be like $1,000 or $2,000. She says, you're going to keep this house forever. I know you never want to move. Is that right? And I said, yes. I said, okay. Then she said, then over the course of 30 years, is $2,000 really going to make that much of a difference? And I said, well, no, I guess not. And then she said, do you really think that if you redid your bathroom that you would regret it? And I said, no. And she said, well, then I think you should do it. It's your decision, but I think you should do it. And so guess what? We spent the extra money. We did the bathroom. I still get compliments from people on how much they love how nice the bathroom is, and it makes me feel good. And guess what? I don't regret it. She was right, because she knows more about what nice houses look like and how nice houses make people feel than I do. I have no clue. But then, like, every once in a while, my mom gets this bug about how she wants to maybe go into sales. She sell real estate, had an import business. Recently, she brought some saris home from India and had the idea that her friends were going to buy them. And all of a sudden, all of her behavior changed when she knew that potentially she would earn some money. And it turned into this totally different person who no longer was walking alongside and said, hey, I want to help you and make this easier for you to buy. It turned into this, well, I mean, if you want to get it, that's fine. And I want you to think about anytime you've gone shopping with your friend. And I remember this time, my friend Rachel that makes the planners that we sell, actually, we went shopping, and there was this skirt she tried on, and she looked at me, she checked herself out in the mirror, and she looked at me, and she said, does this skirt make my butt look big? And I hesitated, right? And we've all been there. And I was like, well, I mean, if you like it, it's up to you, right? And she's like, oh, it does make my butt look big. Okay, forget it. And that was just kind of like the biggest joke. But I want you to think about the last time you went shopping with a friend or your spouse or significant other, and you went shopping and you're like, you were close to buying it. You were like, I think this is good. I'm not sure. For me, anytime I'm buying clothes, I think that, because I have no clue, which is why I just like to wear workout clothes. That I understand. So anytime I go shopping, I will say something like, what do you think? Even if it's to like my kids. And if they go, well, what do you think? Immediately I'll be like, well, you're not confident, and so I'm not getting this thing. And how many times has a customer said to you something like, well, what do you think I should do? And then we respond with, well, what do you think you should do? Instead of, I think you should get it, I don't think you'll regret it. Which, isn't that true, right? If our customer is looking to us for just a little bit of confirmation, what they're really asking is, will I regret this? And then we say something like, well, what do you think? Or only if you can afford it. And we get unconfident because we stand to gain from that conversation. Well, then that doesn't help the customer. We're actively disengaging them from the buying process. Hi, DJ. Hi, Anita. How's it going? Thanks for joining live. If you're on live, go ahead and say hi. And this is a behavior, this unselling, this repelling of customers is something that I think we do when we are lacking confidence. Hey, Nicole, what's up? And we have to just, if we just stopped saying stupid stuff that convinced the customer that was right there ready to buy not to buy, we would sell more stuff, right? If I said to, I see, hey, Amber, how's it going? If I said to Amber, if Amber said to, hey, Tasha, I have this situation, this is what I'm thinking, I'm thinking about the leadership course, I'm not sure, what do you think? And if I said to Amber, well, what do you think? Amber, I want you to tell me, what message does that send you? Right? Versus, Amber, it's a great course, and I don't think you'll regret it. So I'm curious to see what Amber in the chat says about those two different responses. And DJ's saying, I get that all the time. What do you think I should do? Well, they're deferring to your expertise. They're basically saying, I don't know what I should do. I trust you. Tell me. And what they're looking for is assurance that they're not going to make the wrong decision. And we have to be careful in this situation that we don't unsell them. They're already decided they want to buy, but they just want some reassurance. And that's not good, right? And so if they ask you specifically, what do you think I should do? That is our cue, not to say, well, I don't know, it's your call, right? That's your cue to say, I think you'll like it, and I don't think you'll regret it. Would you like me to help you place that order? And asking that question. Yeah, that's right, DJ. If you say, what do you think? It seems like you're not confident. And so we just have to be careful that we are not part of that 63% of salespeople that actively repel sales. If we just got out of our own way, and if we were just nice to people, right, just nice to them, and ask them things like, how are you? And what do you think about this? And would it be helpful if I helped place that order for you? These are not high pressure and pushy things, right? They're helpful things. And if we just did that instead of like, well, if you want to buy it, go over here and go buy it later. Or, you know what, just let me know whenever you want to get it. That one kills me, right? That is actively repelling. You have a customer right there who says, and you go through this whole conversation and they build value. And then they're like, okay, what now? And then we say, well, let me know when you want to get it. And now all of a sudden you have actively killed, you have like killed their mojo, because people like they want to buy something and you have basically told them, you know what, buy it later. I think that's okay. And so what I'm just going to beg you as your customer, please stop repelling us as customers. Please just stop, right? And so DJ, you say, I get stuck when they're like, can you hold it for me? I'll come back later. I don't know the details of that situation, but I think a good response is, you know, I can. I just want to let you know that you'll be able to sleep well tonight if you have this, or you'll feel better right away. And maybe it's a question like, you know, when do you want to start feeling better? Do you want to start feeling better sooner or later? And like help them to just be more comfortable with whatever it is. And I can't speak specifically, DJ, to your situation because I don't know the details. But if someone asks you, what do you think I should do? Or do you think I should get this? Or something like that, just help them to buy it. Let them know, hey, it's not something, I don't think you're going to regret this. Would you like me to help you by writing that order up for you? And I think you'll be surprised at how many people do that. And we want to make sure that we are in a position to help people, like help the people. Because we, as a customer, I can't solve my problem unless I actually have the stuff. I actually have to have it. And if we are in this business, in whatever business we have, to help people and care for people and help them solve their problems, that's really all business is to help you solve your problems. Like, look how amazingly popular Squatty Potty was. And what is that? Squatty Potty is just a stool with a cool name that solves people's constipation problems. Like, all business is, you know, the purpose is to solve a problem. And if you're there to solve the problem, you know, if I just know about Squatty Potty, that doesn't solve the problem, right? And so we have to make sure that they get it. And so I'm really, really excited about digging in. I hope this was helpful for you. But in April, we're doing a full day event here in Southern California. And then we're actually going to be streaming it live, which is cool. So no matter where you live, you can have your team in your living room and you can watch it. And so we're doing a little sneak peek on that event this Monday on President's Day. And it's along the lines of, how can we create an environment in which the people we are communicating with feel comfortable moving forward? right? Not pressure to move forward, right? Which is, I think, sometimes what we think of what sales is or leadership. But how can we create an environment in which people feel comfortable moving forward and excited? And it's in that space that we can truly help people, and we can help them to change their lives. We can't change their lives, but we can help them to change their lives. And that's what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to do a webinar on Monday where I'm going to give a sneak peek on some cool tips. Some of them are reminders, and some of them are new. So if you want to join that webinar, I want to invite you specifically to do so. So I'm not going to repel you right now. Here's what I'm going to do. Right? If you're watching this video at this point in the video, it's 15 minutes in, then you probably want more. And so I'm going to give you an opportunity to do so. Right? On Monday, I'm doing a webinar. I'm going to give you extra tips. It's only going to be an hour. It'll be short, and then we can get on with President's Day. And you can go to emergesalestraining.com/true-impact-webinar. We'll put the link here. And you can sign up for that, and you can share it with your team. And at that point, you'll be able to have an opportunity. We make it as easy as possible for you to get a ticket to our event. So I'm going to do my best. I know sometimes I do this. I might repel sales as well. It happens. It's human when we're having a rough day. But I'm going to hope to role model for you and make it easy for you to move forward, so that you can in turn make it easy for your customers to move forward. Because I know that if you're in our audience, your product is good, and I don't think they're going to regret it. So I hope to see you all Monday morning for me. It might be afternoon for some people on the East Coast, and I'll pop the link here in a second. And for those of you that hung with me this whole time, thank you so much. I hope this was helpful for you. And Anita says, your training has changed my life. Wrong answer, Anita. Our training was a tool so you could change your own life. And we have to remember that's what our products do. And Anita, thank you for the shout out, but I will argue that you have changed your own life. And I think our job is to give you the opportunity and give you the confidence to move forward with a tool in which you can change your own life. And I hope you will do the same for your customers. All right, that's it. I got to go, coach. I'll talk to you guys later.